right. Look out for Anderson. Holohan goes in motion. Everett goes to work. Pass incomplete intended for Damone Johnson. Reasons, the nearest Giant. Marshall put the heat on Everett.
I know what the Rams were going to do. They wanted to come out on this first play and throw deep to Flipper Anderson. Now watch Flipper Anderson out here. There's Perry Williams, the corner. They are really just zoning him. You see now, there's a safety in there behind him. Now look at Everett. He's trying to throw, Now he got the pressure and he couldn't, and he just had to dump it off. They wanted to strike quickly and deep right away. Good Giant defense.
2nd and 10. Off way to Bell. Greg Bell, first down Rams. Another 40, tripped up by Guyton. 15-yard run by Bell. Giants start with 3 up front. Washington, Eric Howard, the nose tackle, and Leonard Marshall. The linebackers, Reasons, Banks, Pepper Johnson, and Lawrence Taylor. In the secondary, Collins, Williams, Kennard, and Guyton. They go with their 6 defensive back package. It's White and Cox. First down, Rams, the Giant 39. McGee and Bell. Holohan goes in motion. Through the hands of Damone Johnson.
I think there's the guy, we were talking to Jim Everett last night. He said that the guy you want to watch today that's going to be a big part of this offense is Damone Johnson. And if that's going to happen, that's going to happen on passing on 1st and 2nd down, because on 3rd down, Damone Johnson's not in there.
I think they feel that they'll get linebacker coverage on Damone Johnson.
But that's not always good. You know, I mean, the linebacker coverage, you're talking about someone like Carl Banks on it, which just happened.
Bell again. To about the 32, a gain of 7. Stopped by Banks and Pepper Johnson.
They're making the Giant defense think pass. Now watch the pass rush get up the field. Then in getting up the field, that's creating running lanes straight up the middle for Greg Bell. The Giant defense on passing downs like that 2nd and long are so concerned with rushing Everett right up the middle, they're letting Greg Bell just run right by him.
3rd and 3. Delpino now in the game. He is, in previous games, really hurt the Giants. Outside, Buford McGee. McGee has a Ram first down inside the 25. A pickup of 9. Perry Williams made the stop.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, Pat. What they did is they take Delpino and they put him out knowing that the Giants are going to be very concerned about that. But here's Delpino. Now as he goes in motion, that takes the corner out. Everyone's concerned about Delpino out here, and boom, they just get Buford McGee out there. Watch what Delpino does. See him loosen that defense up? Now it opens up the flat, not for Delpino, but for McGee.
1st and 10 Rams. Hurt again. To Henry Ellards. Another Ram first down. Harry Williams, the nearest defender, a gain of 12.
Yeah, this is the thing that the Rams do so well, is just move the ball around. But I know one thing, you can't give that big a cushion out there. You can't be afraid of Henry Ellard that you're just running to the goal line when he's running it out. I mean, the Giants have to play him a little tighter than that. They got to bump him around a little more. But you can't play way off him like you're afraid of him.
1st and 10 at the 11. Anderson in motion. That's Bell. We're about the 6. Stopped by Eric Howard. Lawrence Taylor. But a gain of 5.
You know, one thing about Greg Bell that's amazing is how can a guy gain over 1,000 yards every year and still be an underrated guy? I mean, you know, you think of this team, you really don't even think of Greg Bell. And you look at his numbers, and the guy really has had great numbers.
Look at his last 2 weeks. This time he's hit right at the line of scrimmage by Leonard Marshall. No
defense is the best the closer you get to the goal line.
Taylor knocks the ball loose, and the Giants go on top of it. Taylor came from the left side.
That was the first time he lined up on that left side. They're going to move him back and forth. Here's Taylor right here at 56. He's working against the tight end, Damone Johnson. That is no man. And I'll tell you, when Taylor gets there, he is not only going to go for the quarterback, but he's always going for the ball. I always say great players make great plays in big games. There's the first one for Lawrence Taylor.
Reasons made the recovery. Taylor locked it loose. First and 10 Giants at their own 10. Anderson. 11 yards. Newsom and Stewart had to make the tackle. Anderson got 11. Excuse me, John.
No, the key here is being able to handle the nose tackle. Now watch, here's the nose tackle. Wardos does a good job. Bring the guard down, just chip him enough, and that lets you get through here. Because if you can't handle that big nose tackle in the middle, you see him right there, they knock him off, now that gives them the hole. But if you can't handle him, you can't run. The Giants are handling him.
5 carries, 35 yards, more than that. Leroy Irvin made the tackle. Anderson got 7.
You ever notice, Pat, how on the sidelines we're always working on guys and their shoulder pads, and knee pads, and hip pads, and always kind of putting stuff back together? When you're out there on defense, stuff starts going where it doesn't belong. Then you go over between plays and you get it put back where it belongs.
You can find where it belongs. Anderson again. Irvin made the tackle, 10 yards. He found some youth somewhere.
Hey, he is an amazing guy. You know, a couple of years ago he was done. They thought he couldn't play anymore. And they thought he would just be a backup guy. Then he thought, well, he'll be a starter, but we can't use him a lot. We have to keep him fresh. Now at the end of the season, here we are in January, and O.J. Anderson's a workhorse.
He's one of those guys that has been described to us as one of those runners who can make good cuts in the hole. First and 10. Directed at Manuel, but far short.
And again, that was that Rams zone defense, and Sims just couldn't get the ball in the lane. And I'm ready for it.
Anderson to throw it. Again in the direction of Manuel, incomplete.
Now the first one, Sims had a problem with his own defense. That one, it looked like the ball just sailed on him. Looked like he, went to grip that ball and boom. They want to play a complete game, play all their parts.
No flag. Make it. To the Ram 44. Megan brought down by Irvin and Jackson.
Yeah, it's just amazing. They just can't cover this guy. But it's third down. The Giants have a formation they call scat. Watch 30 Megan. He can go any place he wants to. He just goes through, finds a little hole. There's no one on him. He picks up a block there, makes a big play for a first down. The Rams were saying yesterday that they would like to make, in fact, John Robinson was saying, they would like to make Megan a non-factor in this game. He better get back on the sideline or he's going to make himself a factor.
It's back to throw. Got a man, Baker. Incomplete. Just overthrew.